A very good morning to you, Greater Manchester. It's 8 o'clock and Shadow Foreign Secretary William Hague has very kindly promised to stay and answer a few more of your questions. We did put you on the spot, didn't we, by asking you on air, but you've agreed to stay.
Now, Greater Manchester's undergone some phenomenal changes over the past 10 years. Which of them are you most proud of, and where do you think perhaps the government's fallen short?
I think the amazing thing about Manchester is that it is undeniably, I mean, you say this and no one disputes it now, as one of the great European cities.
Well, we've just been called out here to Royton in Oldham, where we've heard there's been some kind of a leak in a refrigeration unit of ammonia. Now, all we know so far is that over 20 people have been injured and hospitalised.
Could you turn your camera off, please?
Could you leave the premises now, please?
Sorry, sir, you're not commenting? No women playing snooker, why is that? No comment. What would Mrs Thatcher say?
Right up there among our priorities is the environment and green issues.
How conservative is it to match public spending that New Labour have spent? They've whacked up public spending and you've said you're not going to cut it. That's not traditional Tory values, is it?
She is a lady. She took your party to victory. She did well for the Tories. Wouldn't you let her play snooker? Are there any women on the committee?
There's been another gangland-style shooting in Moss Side. A 14-year-old boy was hit in the arm outside a house on Great Western Street. He was one of a group of teenagers outside the house when two masked bike riders approached and opened fire as the group ran away. Police are asking for witnesses to call Crime Stoppers anonymously if they wish on 0800 555 111.
Did many women vote on the motion? I think we've snookered them.
So Manchester United now 7 points behind.
But do you know
already.
what happened last time United failed to win the first 3 matches of the season, Jack? They went on to win the treble.
Did they?
Yes.
Right, well, you can dismiss that thought completely. OK, because that ain't going to happen this season.
Tony Blair leaving South Trafford College and possibly Greater Manchester for the last time as Prime Minister. And here's a place where his 10 years in office have certainly been appreciated. Nina Warhurst for Channel M News.
It must have been a huge decision to leave the street because there's so many people who've left and you never see them again.
Yeah, you can understand why. No, I literally woke up one morning and I thought the character had come to the end of the road, and for me anyway.
She'd been through hell, hadn't she?
This is it, and I just couldn't cry anymore, to be honest.
Yeah. Good morning! It's 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 14th of November. Now, who out of you uses Facebook, MySpace or Friends Reunited? A recent survey suggests that nearly a quarter of users post personal information on the pages and 1 in 5 don't use privacy settings.
I still can't believe that. Sometimes when I do use Facebook, I must admit, because there was a big phenomenon one that everybody's got a Facebook. Phenomenon, man. Everybody's got a Facebook page, but it baffles me. I've got privacy settings and I put barely any information on. People put mobile numbers, addresses, they tell everyone when they're going on holiday. You can find out anything about anybody.
Well, you can. I'm rubbish with technology, so I don't know how to apply privacy settings to mine. And it's just things like one of my friends was passing over my mobile number to another friend on one of the walls and things like that. You could get into anyone's hand.
And do you know what gets me as well?
What?
People when they post ruddy pictures of themselves. You know, you see all these boys posing with the chests out and ladies in underwear. Why?
What are your mates up to?
It's not my mates. You just get people friend requesting you that you don't know, and it's like, what?
Never had that, Nikki.
You're missing out, Nina.
It's the kind of person you must appeal to.
Obviously so.
Now, your legal limit before you get in the car is 80 milligrams of alcohol for every 100 millilitres of blood. And that means just one large glass of wine could send you over the edge. But these days, it's really hard to get small glasses of wine. So are we often unwittingly going over our limit? Right, Jess, could I get a glass of Urbis's finest wine, please?
Would you like a small or a large glass?
How small are your small glasses?
Small glass is 125 mils.
Perfectly within our limit. Good old Urbis. I knew they wouldn't send me to a life of crime. Let's go and see what the rest of the bars in Manchester are saying. Okay, Café Rouge, the standard is 175 mil and the large is 250 mil, making 175 seem small when actually it's not. That's 2 whole units and could well be over your driving limit.
Right, and you knew where we were.
Right, Tiger is the same as Café Rouge. Your standard glass of wine is 175 mil, your large is 250. But get this, Hard Rock Cafe, your standard is 250 mil, and if you ask for anything smaller, you have to pay for the large one anyway. Tell you what, I'm starting to feel a bit tipsy now though. Now, these old boozers have been around nearly as long as Channel M's Kevin Duffy, so surely they must serve small measurements. It's either your standard 175 or large at 250. I'm starting to feel it now. Let's see what they have in here. Excuse me, ladies. Could I get a glass of wine, please?
Large or small?
I'd like a small. How small is your small?
125.
125 mil? Oh, goodness me.
Small?
So be careful, because out of 10 boozers we surveyed, only 2 offered 125 millilitre measurement, the only measurement guaranteed to keep you under the limit when you're driving. Now, I've got a bit of a headache and you're starting to sway a bit, Craig. Should we go and get a kebab? Lovely.